What's up, ladies and gentlemen? DJ Mystery coming at you with edition number 12 of the A Cut Above Challenge by Rob Swift and his Brolic Army DJ School. Today we are looking at the set of ECC. I've never heard of him before. I haven't seen him in any of the other competitions so far. As always, we're going to look at his set, look at the video, and then we're going to look at the judges' rating. So, setup is nice. It's, well, nothing to complain about. Two Technics 1210s, MK5 or 7, I guess MK5s, and a Rain 72 mixer. So it's all good. Looking at the background, I think is that a Kangol hat? And this is probably a mixer box. It looks like the box of the Technics mixer. I'm not sure though. And here we have his golf clubs and a board with the rackets in it. So yeah, I dig the rackets. I don't like the golf clubs. And then yeah, he's got his door. Is that his door open to the, or is that a cupboard? I can't really see. Like, okay, there's a window here and there's like something doors there. I appreciate the fact that he's using headphones because that makes it easy for him to listen to the music that he's listening to or the scratches that he does without bothering anybody else in this household. So that's the way I do it. So that's why I like that. All right, let's put me into the side right. Let's look at the video of ECC. I want to know what is ECC standing for. So.
To the hardcore hip hop.
Yeah, looking at the camera, interacting with the camera. Although he's not blinking one time. He certainly has some kind of swag to his scratches. Like a little delay every now and then. But I think he's a little stiff. I can see crabs there. There was a chirp. That wasn't 100% clean though. All right, so what came to my mind when I looked at this routine? Yes, he was a little stiff, and it seemed as though he was practicing like 3 scratches that he would perform, and he would just combine those 3 scratches to make his routine work. That's fine. I mean, you can still do baby scratches and stabs, so those are the really basic scratches. But I mean, yeah, really just it's up to you what you want to do. In order to look at the judges' decisions, you have to go back to YouTube, because for some reason I can't open YouTube, the video on YouTube. So he came up with a total score of 31 by Rob Swift. Technicality 3.5, composition 4, showmanship 3.5. ECC's composition was on point. He has a real knack for picking samples in the form of words, then piecing everything together neatly. What's more, his choice of scratch combinations was well organized and thought out. For example, he opens up the routine with very coherent stabs and scribbles to basic scratches. He makes work super well. Here's the thing about ECC's entry though, it felt more mechanical and less charismatic. To me, scratching in a performance setting is like public speaking. If your voice is monotone, you risk your audience tuning out. And so what ECC needs to work on, from my perspective, is understanding how to strike a better balance between execution and scratch charm. Yeah, right. I mean, yeah, that's probably what I meant by saying he was a little stiff, meaning like his hand was like, it looked like his hand was moving in total, like the arm and the hand and the wrist and the lower arm, they were all moving in one movement. It was not like he wasn't flexible in either his hands, his fingers, or his wrist. So That's what I meant with him looking a little stiff, but that's all right. I mean, that comes with time and with more practice and routine in what you're doing, in the scratches that you're doing. Um, I don't know whether I would give him 3.5 in the technicality thing. I know that you can score high in the technicality category if you do all 9 basic scratches perfectly. Absolutely fine, absolutely good. But I think he was very, very limited. And we had that in one of the other routines where the number of scratches that were performed was very limited. So I don't know whether 3.5 on the technicality is reasonable. I'm not sure. Showmanship 3.5, I can dig that because he was like scratching, standing back, leaning back, looking at the camera. That's fine. Cool. Composition, yeah, like 4 again to me is a little high. But it was word samples in the beginning, scratch sample in the middle, word sample at the end. So that's okay, sort of. Brandon, technicality 3, composition 3.5, showmanship 2.5. ECC's vocal arrangement was really cool. The only thing is he needs to work on sharpening his cuts. That comes with practice, 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 and practice. I would really like Brandon to write more than 2 sentences on what he thinks about the routine. Like Rob always makes longer comments on each of the routines. So I would like to hear more of Brandon's opinion. What he thought was good, what he thought was not so good. ECC's vocal arrangement was very cool, was really cool. That's too little, to my mind, right? I want to hear, like, why do you give him 3 in the technicality, 3.5 in the composition, 2.5 in the showmanship category? I want to know why. It's not that I'm criticizing it. I just want to know why. That's all. Mike C, technicality 3, composition 4, showmanship 4. I dug the way ECC composes phrases from a bunch of classic East Coast hip hop. So here is Mike C, who is of course familiar with the samples that ECC was using. I'm not. I didn't. I know there was some Gangstar. I couldn't really spot out the other ones. But this shows you where the knowledge is with Mike C, of course. And I would really like to hear more from Mike C on what he liked, what he didn't like. These are only like 2 sentences again. His scratching isn't super technically advanced, but his cuts definitely have style and soul to them. That's what I meant in the beginning. Like there was swag. Like I say swag, Mike says soul. There certainly was some nice thing or some nice parts in there. His scratching isn't super technically advanced, but his cuts definitely have style and soul to them. All right, okay, I can understand that. That's where personality plays in, and that's what's important. But then again, I would like to hear more about like why do you give 3 in the technicality, even though you were criticizing that. Why composition and showmanship are so high? Like if you give him 11 points, I want to know why. And 2 sentences cannot explain that, to my mind. Anyways, back to face because we got his face. If you like my videos, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I would totally appreciate that. Because in fact, I just want to know whether my videos are worth the effort. I don't know whether you know this, but doing videos for YouTube or for Facebook or for anybody or for any media, it takes time. Like it's not only the recording, it's the editing, uploading, and so on and so forth. So if you want to see more of my videos, especially in the next challenge, which is going to be the Brolic Army Civil War for World Supremacy, let me know. Let me know if you like my videos, if you benefit from them, or if you do not like them at all. That's totally fine too. I would still appreciate your opinion. That's it. This is the setup from ECC. My name is DJ Vincent from Frankfurt. Thanks for watching. Peace, y'all. Sorry for that.